Hey guys, this is Erin from Strikers Reptiles, and we realized that we never introduced any of our babies for those of you that don't follow us on Instagram. So we're going to go through just our snakes today, and we're going to start with the smallest and go all the way up to the biggest and maybe even feed some of them. So this is Pumpkin. She's our albino western hognose. She's about a year old now. We've had her for just a couple of months. We've been trying to put some weight on her. She eats frozen thawed pinky mice. And one thing I really like about this species is that they have the teeniest, tiniest little shovel nose. And she loves burrowing, loves digging around, and she's really just a really unique little girl. So another really cool thing about Pumpkin is she's the only colubrid that we have, so she's the only non-constrictor that we have. Next up is going to be Romeo. He is our banana pastel ball python. I actually got him at my very first Repticon with Vic. We went in knowing that it was our first Repticon and we were going to want to buy everything, and so we decided that we were not going to bring any pets home. So naturally we brought him and another snake home. Once I saw him, we made eye contact with each other, and I just knew that he was a special guy. And he's been growing up. He was just a little noodle when we first got him, and now he's eating good, growing big, and even growing some little spots. Up next is Bruce. He is about a year old. He is mahogany, het pied, possible het lavender albino. If you can figure out what we're going to do with him after the next couple of snakes, please drop a comment below. And he is a really cool little guy. We named him Bruce Banner because he looks normal, but he has lots of crazy stuff inside of him. So the cool thing about mahoganies is that they have kind of the mahogany tint to them. You can really see it in his head. And then he has a couple het lavender albino markers that we can kind of see sticking out because he has a lot lighter contrast than most mahoganies. So we do think that the possible het lavender albino is going to be proven out, and we will be trying to prove that with our next snake. So this is Lavi. She is our lavender albino ball python. She is also under a year old, and we got her at a different Repticon. She is currently devouring African softwood rats like it's no tomorrow. She's really been packing on some weight since we first got her. She was really hesitant to eat with us at first, but she's really seemed to grown out of that. One thing I really do like about Lavi is that her lavender really comes out in her head, and it seems like the bigger she gets, the more it starts to go down her back. So I'm pretty excited to see when she gets all grown up and we can see how much lavender she's got. So this is Juliet. She is our piebald ball python. While I was falling in love with Romeo, Vic was falling in love with Juliet. And we got these guys also when they are both noodles, and she, as you can see, is not much of a noodle anymore. She simply does not skip a meal, ever. So she is a medium to high white pied. The cool thing about pied ball pythons is that they can really come any kind of way, with a little bit of white, with a lot of white. We've seen some, with just the head that's white, with just the tail that's white, really all kinds of stuff. You guys probably might have seen like the pumpkin one. They can make kind of cool shapes sometimes. So they're just really unique morphs. There's really just so much variability in this morph, and we believe that's really why it's one of the most popular ones. So this is Pennywise. He is our clown bald python. In case you haven't noticed, we have a thing for recessive genes. He is about... Sorry, that's our bunny Theo. He is going rambunctious.
Someone just needs all the attention.
You don't get your own video this time, bud. Anyways, he is about 3 years old. He is currently off of food because he is mating with our next snake. And one thing I really like about clown ball pythons is they have really nice head stamps, usually different designs, and they also have more human-like eyes. You can really see their iris, see the color in them, and they're just pretty cool snakes. So this is William Snakespeare. She was my very first ball python. I got her because her owner said that she was too bitey, and also said that she was a boy, which is why I named her William Snakespeare. We later found out that she was a girl. We started breeding her. She's about 5 years now. She's about 5 feet long and 4,000 grams. So if you notice, we didn't take her out of her cage because she's currently wrapping her water bowl, which is a good sign that she's building her follicles. So up next is Peaches. She's our call albino common boa. She's about 3 years old and about 5 feet long, and she's eating medium rats. So when we first got Peaches, she actually had a respiratory infection. With the help of my vet and our husbandry being proper, she was able to actually get it to go away, which was nice. And now she's been healthy. She's been eating really well. We do have to make sure that we don't feed them as much as they would like to be fed, because they would eat every single day if they could. This is Zeus. He is our biggest snake. He's about 6.5 feet. He's also a Cal albino. He is a powerhouse. We're actually going to feed him so you can see. So Zeus is about 7 pounds. He is big enough to eat a small chicken. We do feed him large rats. He eats about every 3 weeks, and he never turns down a meal. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and feed Zeus. He is our biggest, and he is usually very good at eating. Just like that. Good boy. Don't mind his paper towel mess. He likes making a ruckus of his cage. Awesome.